cash those. Mexican that make pesos. Get your sons on replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God. Be enormous.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. He's got a first down past the 30. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play there right off the bat. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Henderson now on first and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check hot route. Hot. Short.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And it's caught. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Set, ready, big and read. Check, 53 is mine. Here we go.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Second and 2. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Back to throw here. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Check 15. Showing up.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down, Jackson found his target. It's Anderson. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Here's Bell, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
57. Mike, 57. You can't block me. You can't block me. Slant. Go. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Calais Campbell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Third and 10.
Here we go. 6 yards. I'm here. 6 yards. Wait. 52. Go. Motion. Check. Crouch. Check.
On third down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got Miller. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there, and in a big way.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
57. I'm going to come back to you. Check 37. Check. Over.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll make it third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league. Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
57 Mike. Mike 57. Coming to you. Coming to you. 57 to Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, check Mike 57. 57. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Check. 3 down. 57 to Mike. 53. Kill. Echo. Turn it up.
Mike's 57.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Turn it right. Out. 3 down.
2nd and 5. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, it's Henderson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
You got three down. Over. 31's the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
31.
Looking to throw. Aguilar has it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
53, Mike. Get ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Henderson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be second and goal. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Hey, alert 3. Go. Check.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Too little, cut. Check your hot read. Check. Switch. Go.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Watch the twist.
Share.
Shot. 57's Mike. Mike, good there.
To throw on third down, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. On the draw, this is Henderson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. They'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gray. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now back to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, we got 3 down. 31's the mic. Here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Go. The mic. Watch QB draw.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
To Braxton Miller. Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Right here, right here.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, it's Bell, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Bell, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
53, Mike 53. Yo. See me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
2nd and 11. They'll roll him out right. Pass incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
That's going to be a long day. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Got you. Let's go. Come on. Under 10. 10.
He'll look to throw. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, 3rd quarter in Indy. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Safarian Jenkins has it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
57's the mic. Watch 57. You're not ready. You're not ready. Watch out. Watch twist.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Henderson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They run once more with Henderson. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellows up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gray. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Go. Let's go.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Watch 57. In your face. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Check 3. Check 3. Over.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Switch. Tighten up.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. Got an open man. It's a noon one. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, Chuck, 57, Mike, good ball. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
You good? You got tight right there. Shift. Hey, safe. 57, go. 57, good.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal?
57's Mike. Mike 57. And here you go. Watch the pass.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I got you.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. It's caught by Aguilar. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
He's crashing. He's
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Darrell Henderson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Jackson now operating from the gun. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's put that team on the hook. 57's the Mike. Rock 57. I got it. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
To throw again is Jackson. And Anderson's got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. 57. Check the out. 57's Mike.
Again, Jackson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Mike 57. Bring it. 57's Where's the mic? Watch 57.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
57's the move.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Let's 57's Mike.
Yo.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go. Let's bring it. Come on. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
57's Mike.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Watch the slant. Be ready. Be ready.
Hey, choose it. 57. Mike 57.
Go.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 57. Whip. Watch the whip.
Check 9.
Kill.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. So